Hey everybody, and welcome back. As you can see here, we're still getting a ton of tomatoes, and there's still a bunch out in the garden to be harvested too. So we've got a couple more recipes that we want to do stocking up throughout the year. We've already made one kind of salsa, and that was a little bit of a different salsa than this one. That kind of salsa I would recommend for topping off tacos and things like this. The kind of salsa that we're making here, if you ask me, is the perfect type of salsa to make really good dips with, to make those cream cheese and bean dips, or to go ahead and put on some nachos with some melted cheese. It's got a different flavor to it, and it is so incredibly good. So let us get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and core our tomatoes. We're going to get rid of any bad spots or blemishes that we don't want in our salsa. And what is so great about this recipe is that we don't have to de-seed them, and we don't have to remove the skins. We're just going to decore them and then start chopping them up. This recipe, the amounts that I'm going to give for you are based off of 10 tomatoes. I am doing more. You can obviously do more too if you'd like, but all the ratios that I'm giving you are based off of doing 10 average size tomatoes, if you want to call them average. You can see about the size of that in my palm. We're going to do 10 of those. So we're going to go through and decore them first, and then we'll start chopping them up. Not too small, we're just going to chop them up. See, they're just good chunks. Now we're going to do the same thing with 2 green peppers. Just go ahead and de-seed them, decore them, and chop them up. And now you can chop up a large onion. And then you can go ahead and peel 8 to 9 cloves of garlic. And preheat your oven to 400. And then you can go ahead and spread out all the ingredients we just prepared onto cookie sheets and bake them for about 30 minutes. Alright, and while that's all roasting, we're going to collect some parsley and or cilantro. I prefer the taste of parsley over cilantro, but it is definitely the chef's choice. We're chopping this up nice and fine until we have a half cup. And we're also going to collect some chives. And we're also chopping these up nice and fine until we have a half a cup. You can use scallions if you prefer. It's whichever is more readily available to you. And you can chop up 2 to 4 chili peppers. And then you can go ahead and drain and rinse a 15-ounce can of black beans, which comes out to a little less than 2 cups. And you can also prepare 1 cup of corn. If you're using canned corn, just make sure to drain that really, really well so it's not too wet for you. And you can go ahead and juice a lime. And this is how it's looking when it came out. Nice and darkened in color. The skin on our tomatoes are all wrinkly. Okay, now we've drained out what excess liquid we could from our roasted veggies, and we're going to stick it in our food processor with our herbs and with our chilies. And we're going to put it on pulse to your preference, depending on how smooth or how chunky you're going to want your salsa to be. Then into the mixture we just made, you can add your black beans, your corn, your lime juice, a teaspoon of salt, a quarter to a half a teaspoon of black pepper, depending on your preference, and a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar. I always suggest using a raw, unfiltered organic apple cider vinegar because that's going to add some really good probiotics to your salsa. And once you've got it all stirred together, you can let it sit and let all of your good flavors melt together, and then you have a delicious salsa. And the best thing about this salsa is that you can actually freeze this one. So it's really good for storing without having to worry about the mess of canning and all that good stuff, as long as you've got that room in the freezer. So otherwise, again, thank you guys for always watching and supporting us. We love you all. We hope you enjoy your weekend and the rest of your night. I hope you get the chance to try this, and I hope you enjoy it. Otherwise, I will see you on the next one. I love you all. God bless, and bye-bye.